everybody, and welcome to Amazing History Facts. This is my new segment I'm going to try out and see how everybody likes it. Every now and then I try to come up with something a little bit different, and everybody has enjoyed trivia time so much on Morning Coffee, and I'm not going to change that. I'm going to leave that on there. But everybody's enjoyed it so much, I thought I would do like a little spin-off of that and start doing these Amazing History Facts. Today's episode is called 5 Major Firsts in TV History. I hope you enjoy this. If everybody seems to like it, I will, continue doing it. Usually if I have something new, I'll try to do it, 4 or 5 times before I can really formulate whether it's doing very well or not, So anyway, I hope everybody enjoys this, and let's get started. Okay, the first one here. It says, for all the formulaic sitcoms and talk shows that have run throughout the history of television, there are a number of times when audiences have witnessed true ingenuity. From memorable commercials to shocking plot twists, television events may seem commonplace today once revolutionized the medium. Ever since the demonstration of the first television in 1926, the small screen has been a reflection of larger shifts in American society. With that in mind, here are 5 historic firsts in television history. Okay, the first TV commercial is, let me show you the picture that goes with this. Well, come on now. Bulova. I got it too big here. In July 1, 1941 at 2:29 p.m., viewers tuning into the NBC-owned WNBT television station saw something they had never seen before. Before that day's broadcast of the Brooklyn Dodgers versus the Philadelphia Phillies baseball game, the first authorized TV commercial hit the airways. The inaugural ad was produced by Bulova Watches and ran for about 60 seconds, featuring visuals of a clock superimposed over a map of the United States, with the accompanying voiceover, "America runs on Bulova time." The watchmaker paid just $9 to broadcast the advertisement. That's $4 for air fees and $5 for station fees. A far cry from the exorbitant advertising prices of today. The WNBT was also the only station to advertise that day, though other networks soon followed suit. Okay, it says the Federal Communications Commission had previously implemented an advertising ban that forbade television commercials. How would that work today? Though broadcasters still ran ads without authorization. The FCC finally issued 10 commercial licenses in May 2, 1941, ushering in a new chapter in television history. Maybe the ban wouldn't have been so bad. So many commercials these days, it's just really, it's really ridiculous. I wish I could skip them on, like public TV and stuff, but we can't help that. Okay, the first laugh track. It's just got a bunch of ha, 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 ha. Laugh tracks are an indelible part of sitcom television, and it all began in 1950 with a little-known program called The Hank McCune Show. This sitcom debuted in local stations in 1949 and centered around a fictional television variety show host. By the time the series made its network debut on September 9, 1950, it was accompanied by roaring laughter from a laugh track, despite the lack of any live studio audience. One review from Variety magazine said, although the show is lensed on film without a studio audience, there are chuckles and yucks dubbed in. The practice may have unlimited possibilities. You think? They use a lot of that. The laugh track was invented by mechanical engineer Charles Douglas, who was formerly a radar technician in the Navy. After leaving the military, Douglas created a device that came to be known as the laugh box. A rudimentary version of Douglas's invention debuted on the Hank McCune Show, though it took him 3 years to perfect his invention. Each 3-foot-tall laugh box was handmade by Douglas and could hold 32 reels of 10 laughs apiece. By the 1960s, Douglas was supplying his much-coveted laugh box to such iconic television programs as The Munsters and Gilligan's Island. Anyway, Gilligan's Island, how are you going to have, people there laughing? I mean, they were only on the island themselves, so kind of wondered about the laughing, I mean, you think about it. I mean, I know you don't think about it that much when it's on, but so it was supposed to be like an audience watching them on the island. I catch bloopers a lot. I mean, that I don't know if you'd call that a blooper. It just doesn't make sense to have had people laughing when they were supposed to be stranded on an island. So anyway, although it was funny. Okay, let's see. The first spin-off. They have spin-offs on spin-offs now. Television spin-offs are, here's the picture. I believe that's Gene Autry and his horse Champion. Television spin-offs are standard practice today, and we have the Gene Autry Show to thank for kicking off the concept in 1950. The show delighted TV audiences following the exploits of the titular singing cowboy and his trusted horse Champion. When the Gene Autry Show wrapped up in 1956, the series was so popular that it inspired television's first spin-off, a series called The Adventures of Champion, which ran for 26 episodes between 1955 and 56. While the concept of a spin-off was unusual at the time, it became significantly more popular with the debut of The Andy Griffith Show in 1960, starring Griffith himself. The hit series actually originated from a single episode of the Danny Thomas Show titled Danny Meets Andy Griffith, and I didn't know that, in which Griffith debuted the character of Sheriff Andy Taylor. The episode was a hit, and the concept earned a television run of its own. I think I've actually seen that clip of before of the Danny Thomas Show. And this is where I used my thumbnail today. It is the first televised presidential debate. And this is very interesting, too. Television has long played a key role in American politics. A few televised political events have a stronger impact, and few televised political events have a stronger impact than presidential debates, the first of which aired in 1956. Though neither President Dwight D. Eisenhower nor his challenger Adlai Stevenson participated in a televised debate themselves that year, both were represented by proxies. You believe that? The first one, with Senator Margaret Chase Smith filing in for Eisenhower, and former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt representing Stevenson. The two women debated on issues live on air on November 4, 1956, with Eisenhower coming out victorious in the election shortly thereafter. Isn't that something? The first one, they didn't even have the actual people that were supposed to debate there. That's unbelievable. The first televised presidential debate between the actual candidates occurred 4 years later with a CBS broadcast on September 26, 1960. This debate pitted Senator John F. Kennedy against Vice President Richard Nixon. That's funny, isn't it? And was the first of four. It looks like they would have like a Republican and a Democrat, instead of the same. I don't know. I guess they still do that, though, like a one Republican against another or one Democrat against the other, I guess. But it surprised me that it was Nixon and Kennedy. Let's see. It was the first of four televised debates in advance of that year's election. Kennedy was widely considered the winner of the debate, which many have speculated was due to his charismatic presence on camera compared to Nixon, who declined to wear makeup and appeared visibly sweaty. Though Nixon fared better in future debates, this moment in TV history helped Kennedy gain a valuable early lead in the polls, which he maintained en route to winning the presidency. And, of course, later on, Nixon was like, I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. Okay, let's see. Is that the last? No, they got one more, I think. the first scripted birth. And they show Lucy, Ricky. In 1948, the sitcom Mary Kay and Johnny, starring real-life married couple Mary Kay. I wonder if she's the one from the Cosmetics. And Johnny Stearns made history in it by incorporating the actress's pregnancy into the show, becoming the first TV show to depict a pregnancy and birth. When the couple's son Christopher was born on December 19, 1948, Mary Kay was notably absent from the live taping. In response, Johnny wrote a 15-minute episode that featured him pacing around a hospital waiting room awaiting his son's birth. Unfortunately, all but one full episode of Mary Kay and Johnny was lost in the 1970s, and the show's impact was forgotten over time. It was a few years later that another sitcom, I Love Lucy, also depicted a pregnancy and birth, proving to be significantly more impactful given the show's popularity. When actress Lucille Ball, the biggest television star at the time, oh yes, became pregnant in 1952, producers needed to figure out how to interweave her real changing appearance with her character on I Love Lucy. At first, network executives suggested coming up with methods for concealing Ball's baby bump, such as having her hide behind chairs. But Desi Arnaz, Ball's husband and co-star, found those suggestions insulting and fought back. After a conversation between Arnaz, CBS, and advertiser Philip Morris Cigarettes, the latter signed off on a plan to incorporate Ball's real-life pregnancy into the plot of the show. I wonder if that's the kind Ricky always smoked on it. Yeah, that's something else. They used to have all kinds of cigarette ads on TV. While the word pregnancy remained forbidden, so the word pregnancy was forbidden. Did I miss something? I don't think so. While the word pregnancy remained forbidden, the show's characters spoke using synonyms such as expecting, in reference to Lucy's storyline baby. The character's pregnancy was revealed during a December 8, 1952 episode titled Lucy is Enceinte. Enceinte being the French word for pregnant. Oh my goodness, they had to use a foreign word. With Ball scheduled to deliver her actual child on January 19, 1953, CBS scheduled the pre-taped birth episode for that very same evening. Lucy Goes to the Hospital was a major television event, attracting more than 44 million American viewers and helping pave the way for talking about other previously taboo topics on television. I mean, it wasn't until Archie, you know, on, what was that? Archie Family, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the name of that show. You know, Archie Bunker, and why can't I remember that? Anyway, it was on that show is the first time they ever flushed a toilet. So it took them a long time, and boy, they let you put anything on there now. I mean, back then they would have had a heart attack if they would have tried to, you know, check all the things that they said that they shouldn't say. So anyway, that's it for today's first edition of Amazing History Facts. If I can get it right myself. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it. Hey, I like what I call brainer size. I mean, trivia time really helps a lot. Ask My Tablet as well. And I think this show adds a good, you know, segment to it as well. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Hey, Lucy, press the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, or night as it may be, wherever you're at, and God bless.